4 California sea lions. Now I'm really excited to say that number 4 because we just had a new birth. Has anyone heard of our new California sea lion pup? Awesome, a lot of you guys have? Alright, how many of you guys have gone over there looking for him? You haven't seen him? Oh, okay, a few of you guys. So guys, right now, our California sea lion pup is only 2 weeks old. Now he is a male, he doesn't have a name yet. But we're so excited to introduce him to you guys. But right now, his mom decides whether she wants him on exhibit or off exhibit. And so she's choosing to spend the day inside, which is completely up to her. All of our animals have choices every day. So that's where that pup is hanging out. But keep your eye out. He does pop out from time to time outside. All right, Addie, we'll get back to you now, guys. Addie is the big sister here. So we have 4 California sea lions. We have Nick, who does our Channel 9 News Denver Broncos picks. We have Lindsay and, of course, their daughter, Addie. So Addie just turned 5 years old, so we were really excited to celebrate her birthday just the other week. Now, an interesting thing about California sea lions is that 90% of them share the same birthday week. Now, that's because they have delayed implantation, so females choose to give birth around the same time in optimal conditions. That's kind of a fun fact. Now, Addie is 5 years old, so she's a lot of fun to work with. She has a lot of energy and a really short attention span. Anyone else 25-year-olds like that? Yeah. So Addie here, we love working with her. She's a lot of fun. She's always teaching us new things, and we're always teaching her new things. Now through these training sessions, we have a lot of fun. That's how we give her exercise, her stimulation, and of course her medical care, which is one of the most important things we do here at Denver Zoo, is take the very best care of them. So the things we do with Addie every day are like check out her flippers. I think she was just showing off her flippers to Brian. We want to make sure there's no cuts and scrapes on her body. So we might ask her to come out of the water, show us her belly, because of course it's always important to check the undercarriage, or even ask her to open her mouth for us so we can look inside at her teeth. Now all these things are all volunteer on Addie's part. So you might hear Brian blow a whistle or say good, and that tells Addie that she did the right behavior that we asked her to do and that her fish reward is on its way. Now if Addie ever chooses to not participate or if she doesn't want to do that behavior, that's completely okay with us. There's no consequence to that. We just move on and try something a little bit more fun or in Addie's interest. And that really allows us to build a very strong relationship with these animals and really get to know them because they all have their individual personalities. Now we know a lot about them because we also have a lot in common with sea lions. In fact, more than you might realize. Now Addie has big front flippers, but as she holds it up, you might notice that the bone structure in her flipper is actually similar to the bone structure in our hand. In fact, this is modified for swimming. Addie is also completely covered in hair. I know it doesn't look like it, but when she dries out at the end of the day, she has a beautiful brown colored coat. So we also have hair, right? Now Addie also has ears, and eyes, and a nose, and a mouth, and she's an air breather, right? So she has a lot in common with her, but she also is better at a lot of things than we are. So guys, today we're going to do a little competition, and I hope you guys are going to be willing to help us out because you guys are going to go head to head with Addie in a few things, okay? And we're going to demonstrate some of her amazing natural abilities. So the first one is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be a breath hold competition. So those of you guys who are willing to help us out, I want you guys to take a deep breath and hold it for as long as you can on the count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone hold your breath. And Addie's going to hold hers. Addie's cheater. She's really going to do this, guys, I promise. All right, who's holding their breath out there? A few of you guys? Awesome. Thank you guys for helping us out today. So Addie can actually hold their breath for about 8 minutes. We typically tell people after they decide to hold their breath. So why do they need to hold their breath so long? Well, a California sea lion might need to dive up to 2,000 feet in order to reach their fish or their crustaceans. In fact, a sea lion might eat over 50 different types of fish or small crustaceans. Okay, who's still holding their breath out there? Oh, a couple of you guys, most of you guys gave up. All right, guys, let's give Addie a big round of applause. So I know those are like 20 seconds, but up to 8 minutes, that's pretty impressive. Now, Addie is not the reigning champion in this pool. Our harbor seals are. So you might see them pop up from time to time. We have Kim and Maud out here. So they're a harbor seal. So they look a little bit different than Addie. And their bodies are a lot different. And that's because they use them a little differently. Now, a harbor seal can actually hold their breath for about 20 minutes. So think about your favorite sitcom and take away the commercials. It's a pretty long time. So let's talk a little bit more about what Addie does out in the ocean, right? So let's talk about another natural ability, and then we'll go to another competition. So Addie has those big front flippers, right? She showed them off. She's pretty proud of those flippers. Now, out in the ocean, she can swim really fast and jump really high using those flippers. And she also uses them to do a great impression of one of her predators. So Addie, what eats a California sea lion? Their shark impression. Very scary, Addie, that's right. So sharks and killer whales are the 2 predators of a California sea lion. So in order to escape them, Addie might have to jump. And when I say jump, I mean jump about 6 to 8 feet out of the water. Now how she does this is she only uses her 2 front flippers to get that propulsion, and her hind flippers are really only used to steer. So while everyone is standing in place right now, can everyone give me a big hop on 3? 1, 2, 3, hop. Pretty good. Okay, good hop, everyone. All right, Addie, let's see your big hop. Keep your eye on that ball, guys, at the end of the exhibit. All right, let's give her a big round of applause. That was very impressive, Addie. Nice job, Addie. Okay, now I know you guys are a little hot and it's out here in the sun, so I won't make you guys do this next competition because I promise you Addie would probably win anyways. But another reason that Addie has some amazing natural abilities is because sometimes she needs to come out on land. So she has a unique skill amongst marine mammals where she can actually tuck her hind flippers underneath her body and walk on all fours. As you can see, that makes her really fast on land. Now, a true seal or a dolphin or other marine mammals, they can't do this. But Addie can also use these flippers for another unique ability, and that's dancing. Now, guys, this isn't a survival skill, but it sure is cute. So, Addie, got your favorite music on. Let's see that beat. Freestyle, Addie, I like it. Very nice, Addie. Guys, let's give her a big round of applause. That was pretty cute. Very nice job, Addie. So, guys, these are some pretty amazing survival skills, minus the dancing. But the speed, the agility, the ability to come up on land, right? These are all necessary to survive out in the ocean. Now, out in the ocean, she also needs to get her fish. Is there anyone here who likes seafood? Any seafood lovers, sushi lovers? Yeah, a lot of you guys. Awesome. Well, guys, even though we live in Colorado, there's still a lot of things that we can do to help California sea lions out. I know we live in a landlocked state, but taking care of water conservation, making sure we reduce our plastics, or using sustainable seafood cards, all those things really help California sea lions out. So first, Addie's going to show you something really simple you can do in your home for non-seafood eaters, right? Or seafood eaters as well. So Addie, what can they do in their homes to help California sea lions out? Recycle, right? So easy, even a sea lion can do it. Guys, let's give her a big round of applause. That was pretty impressive. I don't know if you guys know very many sea lions that know how to recycle. So simple, right? Even a sea lion can do it. Reducing our plastic use will hopefully reduce the amount of plastic that goes out to the waterways and out to the ocean. And that really helps California sea lions out because we want to make sure we're keeping their homes clean. Now, I did ask for seafood eaters out there. Over on the platform, we have Jessica, and she's leaving a card at you guys. Now, guys, this is free. It's absolutely free to you. Go over and see her after the show. Pick it up. It just tells you what are good, sustainable seafood options. So options that are not over-harvested out in the ocean. And those populations are strong. So that way, we're making sure that when we eat seafood, we're not taking anything away from these guys out in the ocean. So that's really important. Something really simple we can do in our homes. Now, guys, if we do our part to help California sea lions out, they can do what they do best out in the water, which is play and swim. Swim really fast. In fact, Addie can swim about 25 miles an hour. Now, keep in mind that it's 5 times faster than being an Olympic swimmer. So, guys, she's going to show this off to you now. So let's give her a countdown. Addie, 3, 2, 1. Let's see it, Addie. All right, guys, give her a big round